Hello and welcome to the 2015 NCYC Chaperone Orientation video. I'm John Gaffney, and along with Bishop Pates and Tessa Roberts, we appreciate your dedication to ensuring that our teens have a joy-filled and spiritual encounter with Christ. We also hope that you have time to recharge your spiritual core as well while on this pilgrimage to the National Catholic Youth Conference. I know for my wife and I, being with close to 25,000 youth and adult chaperones celebrating our Catholic faith helps us to see the face of God even more intimately when we come back to the Diocese of Des Moines. Please know that before the pilgrimage begins, our team will pray a rosary for you and your intentions. Along with your parish leader, there are 3 people from the diocese who are charged to take extra special care of you and your teens. First person is Tessa Roberts, who's our diocesan coordinator of youth and young adult ministry. Second off is myself, John Gaffney. I'm the diocesan director for evangelization and catechesis. And our last team member is my wife, Jane Gaffney. Jane has been with me on many NCYCs, and she's our special pilgrimage coordinator who also is around to make sure that you and your teens have a wonderful experience. During NCYC, it is important for all of our adults to be adventurous, joyful, prayerful, and responsible. We want the city of Indianapolis, the staff and the other guests at the Omni Severin Hotel, and the entire city of Indianapolis to know that the youth and young adults from the Diocese of Des Moines are grateful for their hospitality and their help in helping us celebrate our Catholic faith, again, with close to 25,000 other young Catholics from around the country. After watching this video, what I'd like you to do is to email your delegation leader, this is the person who sent you the link to this video, and let her or him know that you've participated in this orientation. If you have any questions, please feel to write to your delegation leader, and she or he will forward it to me so that I can answer it. And how I'm going to answer this is I'm going to send it not only back to your delegation leader, but I'm going to send it to all of the delegation leaders in each of the parishes that are coming. Because you know what? If you have a question, I guarantee you there are going to be others who have the same question as you. So all the questions are important and will be shared with all of the adult chaperones for NCYC. Tess and I strongly encourage each of you to attend the Diocesan Catholic Youth Conference, which will be held at Dowling Catholic High School on October 25th. There will be breakout sessions in the afternoon for teens and adult chaperones helping you encounter NCYC or any other type of pilgrimage such as the Steubenville Summer Conferences. So please take advantage of this face-to-face encounter as well. Be able to, for the adults, and the breakout leader for the teens will be able to answer lots of questions and get them ready to go for this wonderful opportunity. So here are some tips that I think you're going to need as you encounter Indianapolis, the bus trip, and everything else. So first off, stay informed. So each day at NCYC, you will receive a 1-page newsletter with a mini story on the keynote speaker, some breakout sessions of interest to your teens, and any important information you will need to know the next day. These newsletters are available each evening beginning when you arrive. You will receive your first newsletter digitally a week before the buses arrive at your parish community. The point is to help you and your teens to have a strategic plan and so that they don't just go off on their own. At the very least, we want to make sure that your teens are paired up with other friends, and they can go even in small groups. But it's very important to get disoriented in such a large group. So it's important for you to have a game plan. And our goal is to help you have the tools to be able to share that with them. And one of the reasons why we do the pre-newsletter before you even arrive in Indianapolis is so that you have a chance while on the bus to visit with the teens that you're chaperoning and to kind of come up with at least some kind of a game plan for encountering the National Catholic Youth Conference. Second of all, be ready for a physical experience. Be ready to move and not always get a lot of sleep. and that's why we pray a lot for you. Each day while in Indianapolis, we start around 7 a.m. and end around 11 or midnight. Our hotel is only about a block, maybe a block and a half from the convention center, and about 3 blocks at the most away from Lucas Oil Stadium, where we begin and end each day. In between, we do head back to the hotel. Well, we're not going to head back to the hotel unless there's a medical need that requires some resting. So make sure you have some good shoes, and maybe even advise the teens. I know they love flip-flops, and maybe some of your young adult chaperones, and you enjoy flip-flops, but keep in mind with the amount of walking you're going to be doing each day, I have seen time and time again where people get blisters because of that amount of flip-flops. Plus, it's November. You never know when we're going to get snow. So good shoes, lots of hydration, a snack or two, and a good attitude is going to take you far. Number 3, bus schedules. Bus schedules and hotel room assignments will be sent to your parish delegation leader by the end of October, if not sooner. We'll leave fairly early on Thursday morning, probably somewhere between 4 and 5 in the morning, maybe 5:30, so that you arrive in Indianapolis in the afternoon. Each teen needs to be at the bus location, and as well as adult chaperones, at least 15 to 20 minutes prior to when the bus is leaving on Thursday. And then when we head back home on Sunday morning, you need to be in the lobby about 15 to 20 minutes before the bus leaves. Bus times will be distributed again in late October or early November. And if you have any questions, let me know. But we'll try and get them as close to your parish community as possible. Each bus will have an assigned bus boss. That person is the head of one of our parish delegations. And it's not a very difficult role, but it's so very important for me as well as for everyone who's on the bus. This person's role is to coordinate among the parish leaders opportunities for food and bathroom stops, what movies will be shown, and working with the driver regarding arrival information on Thursday and Sunday back at home. This person also needs to be pretty good with numbers, because they need to keep head counts so that we make sure we don't leave anybody at a restaurant or at a place where we're stopping for a quick break. Hotel assignments will be sent again to the parish delegation leaders, as well as based on the information provided to me. So our hope is that once you arrive on the bus from your home to Indianapolis, we'll have all of those hotel assignments ready for you, so that you exit the bus and go right up to your room and be able to unpack so that you can get started on your NCYC pilgrimages. It is recommended that teens and chaperones only bring what they really need regarding technology or anything else. In the past, there have been accidents where things have been broken, and there's always a possibility that something could be stolen. So keep that in mind. If you don't really need it, don't bring it. It'll be back at home safe when you arrive home. Although we really haven't had anything stolen in many years, it has happened in the past, so the best advice is leave it at home for a few days. T-shirt days. Our next item up is T-shirt days. T-shirts on Thursday. If you have one of our Diocesan Catholic Youth Conference shirts for this year, called Saved by the Call is the title for this year's rally, wear that, or a former youth rally shirt. If you have a CYC t-shirt or anything else, that would be a great opportunity for you. Friday, we'll have our NCYC 2015 t-shirt for the Diocesan Day. And then on Saturday, if your parish has designed a parish t-shirt, wear that one on Saturday. With regards to the hotel rooms, hotel assignments, like I said, are going to be sent to your delegation leader based upon what they submitted to the diocese. And we have a great hotel. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. We have a wonderful hotel, and they're just so easy to work with. Our hope is that the young ladies' rooms and the young men's rooms will be separated by a few floors. So please Please understand that we're trying to do the very best we can so that everybody has a wonderful opportunity to enjoy this beautiful hotel. More on the hotel a little bit later. Actually, with the hotel, I guess it's later. The hotel's name is Omni-Severin Hotel. So if you want to Google that, you can see some beautiful pictures. Some items about the rooms that you can share with the parents. First of all, the pay-per-view options are turned off, and so except for what's on television and what would be normal for cable, there's nothing that they can bring up or any risque channels. Food packages will also be removed in the rooms. They have these nice little kind of food baskets. We'll have all of those taken out so there's no extra charges incurred. There is also phones in each room. The long distance options will be taken away. They will be able to call room to room, so you'll be able to contact them, and they'll also be able to make local phone calls. If teens are uncomfortable sharing a bed with another teen, especially the guys, that's okay. Please have them bring a sleeping bag, possibly an air mattress, blow-up air mattress. If the mattresses are removed from the box springs, that's fine. The hotel understands that. It makes more space for sleeping. Again, they might want to bring their sleeping bag with regards to that, or an air mattress to put on top of the box springs. But the next morning, so that we don't shock the staff, if they can put the mattress back where they found it, that would be greatly appreciated. Please keep in mind and remind the teens that there are other guests, so we do ask that they are quiet in respect of the other guests who've also paid to enjoy the Omni-Severin Hotel. Chaperones should be familiar with the teen and adult chaperone code of conduct. This is taken very seriously by the leadership of the conference, by our hotel staff, and by Tessa, myself, and Bishop Pates. Tessa and I recommend that each chaperone visit with your teens and review the code of conduct with them. Let them know that you have a code of conduct as well. I think that's always fair, so they see it's not just the diocese picking on them or Bishop Pates picking on them, that we all have a code of conduct so that we represent the Catholic faith very well while on the National Catholic Youth Conference. If there is an incident and it's determined that it's very severe, the youth will be sent home immediately at the expense of her or his parents. Chaperones are responsible for enforcing the code of conduct. If you witness a person, teen or adult, engaging in inappropriate or unsafe behavior, do not hesitate to take corrective action that is appropriate and also pastoral. Please let me know, let Tessa know what we can do so that we can support you and take further action if needed. Chaperones and youth are expected to participate in all conference activities. While breaks should be taken for meals and personal care, attendees should not just be hanging out in the hallways. Now, keep in mind that NCYC starts pretty early in the morning and ends pretty late at night, as I said earlier. One of the things that's been successful for me, so that your teens are ready in the morning, is to do wake-up calls. What I traditionally did for the teens that I was chaperoning has been to do that first wake-up call about an hour before leaving the hotel, do a second wake-up call about 30 minutes before leaving the hotel, and that third wake-up call, which actually really was me visiting their room about 15 minutes before we leave the hotel. That way you make sure you've got all of your teens with you when you're leaving the hotel. As chaperones, you will work closely with your parish delegation leader and the teens you're charged to supervise to develop a plan. For example, when I was chaperone, we would head to the stadium and the convention center together. You really do need to keep everyone together while in those transition opportunities. I would meet my group at certain times during the day, so you want to come up with a strategy, and we would walk as a parish delegation back to the hotel at the end of the evening. For good seats at Lucas Oil Stadium, which again is where we start the day and usually end the day, I recommend that you arrive around 8:30 a.m. In the morning And then for the evening festivities, try and be there no later than 6:45. It really is a great stadium, so there are no really bad seats, but there are some exceptionally close seats, and if you want those, you're going to have to kind of wait in line and get there early. Chaperones will want to collect hotel keys for everyone in their group as they are leaving the hotel, and then you're going to return those keys back to the teens once you return to the hotel. We really ask that no one be in their hotel room during the time that the conference is going. So gather them in the morning and give them back at the end of the day. Before leaving the hotel, here are a couple of tips though for you, so that you're all ready to go for a very busy day. First of all, make sure your teens are dressed appropriately. I think that's always a very good thing, and our parish leaders are going to talk a little bit about that. But again, if you have those t-shirt days, that's not too bad. But again, this is a Christian conference, and we want to represent our Catholic faith very well. But here's some other things you're going to need besides dressing appropriately. First of all, the NCYC name badge. The credentials are in a lanyard with a plastic case, so make sure that they've got that lanyard on at all times. Second of all, the NCYC Pilgrim Program Book, copies of their release form and medical permission form, a water bottle because there are refill stations throughout the convention center and Lucas Oil Stadium, a coat and jacket or sweater to wear because it's going to be November, so it might be a little chilly. It is helpful to make sure that youth do not have things they're not going to need, again, because they could get stolen, lost, or broken accidentally. And then again, on Sunday morning, we're going to ask one last thing of you as a chaperone, and that's to check the rooms of the people that you are chaperoning. So get them out of the room. You're going to want to check and make sure that they haven't left anything behind. You're going to want to check and make sure that everything is somewhat put back to its normal look. Again, they're going to clean the rooms, but they should, the mattresses should be back on top of the box springs, etc. And then finally, you're going to want to make sure that nothing is broken. And if there is something broken, please bring it to my attention. I or Tessa will be in the lobby each morning and at the end of the day. Chaperones are not allowed to go anywhere teens are not allowed, such as cocktail lounges, bars, etc. There is a curfew set by NCYC leadership of 11:30 p.m. in the hotels. So roughly about 11:30, they give us a little wiggle room, but around 11:30 they've told the hotels that we're going to be kind of shooing them into their rooms. So we will have a room available for teens and chaperones to gather at the end of the day, and that's downstairs, and we'll kind of show everybody where that's at, but that is downstairs. It's a great place to debrief for the day, enjoy some late night pizza, or just hang out. However, at about 11:45, if we haven't already done so, we're really going to make sure that everybody is out of there and back to their rooms. Room checks need to start taking place around 11:45 or at the very latest beginning around midnight. Teens are not allowed to congregate in the hallways of the sleeping floors because, again, along with those rooms, there are other guests who are paying for that. We do ask the TVs are kept to a soft volume so as not to disrupt the sleep of their neighbors. And again, no male youth on the female floors and no female youth on the male floors. Chaperones will want to do an inspection on Sunday, like I said before, and keep in mind for chaperones, you're really not allowed beyond the threshold. If there's a medical emergency or if there's some kind of an emergency that needs your attention, you do want to bring in another chaperone with you. So don't enter into a room all by yourself. The hotel does have video monitoring of all floors, as well as we will have personnel that we call roaming Catholics who will be walking around the hallways throughout the night. We do not want to see any teens breaking curfew. That is a serious infraction. So help us, help you, and help themselves by staying in their rooms. Chaperones should make sure that each teen you're in charge of has the following information in their credential holder attached to the lanyard, and we'll send this information to your parish delegation leader, but the hotel name and phone number, the delegation leader's name and phone number, which would be Tessa Roberts and myself, as well as my wife Jane, the chaperone, your information, so your name and phone number. It's also important for you to have a list of their parents' phone numbers. It's just kind of nice if they have texting, you can just kind of text them and make sure, let them know you got there safely, all sorts of good opportunities, or if there's some pictures, you did a selfie with some of the kids, that would be great to send the parents, since we want to make them part of this pilgrimage even though they're back at home. Also, when you get to both the convention center and Lucas Oil Stadium, it's important to have an area that I would call an emergency meeting location. So establish that. Maybe it's near some escalator or near section K or whatever you find. Then make sure that that's in that lanyard information that they keep with them, so that if they need to get to you in an emergency because something happens, you know where you're all going to congregate. In case any medical issues should come up, please follow these simple procedures. First of all, make sure again the medical forms and copies of their insurance card from their parents is with them at all times. Make sure you're aware of the location of the first aid stations at Lucas Oil Stadium and the Convention Center. It's going to be in your booklet. If someone's ill, please let Tessa or myself know as soon as you can. If one of your teens are ill, and you also want to contact your parish delegation leader, if that person needs to return to the hotel, we can decide as a team who should accompany her or him and make sure we're with her or him until they start feeling better. Medication should not be shared, whether it's prescription or even over the counter. And it's best practice for you to know if your teens are taking medication, even if it's something like allergy medicine. It's best if you know what they're doing, and please keep that confidential. Finally, regarding food, there's a lot of food options. I sent something to parish delegation leaders. If your parish delegation leader is going to have food delivered, I've recommended that they deliver it to the hotel, and that one of your team meet the person who's bringing food. If you've got a small delegation, you might find it just as quick to go to the food trucks, and they've greatly expanded the number of offerings of food places in the Indiana Convention Center. So you should be fine. Plan on $20 to $30 a day for food. We will have a pizza party after our 5:15 p.m. Mass on Friday with Bishop Pates back at the hotel. So we'll have lots of pizza for the teens, and also some to-go containers if they want to get in line real quickly at Lucas Oil Stadium for the evening presentation. In closing, Tess and I and Bishop Pates want you to have a great celebration at the National Catholic Youth Conference. Let your parish delegation leader know if you have any questions. If Tess and I don't see you at the Diocesan Catholic Youth Conference on Sunday, October 25th, we will see you in the lobby when you arrive that Thursday for National Catholic Youth Conference. Thank you very much for watching this presentation. Again, please remember to email your delegation leader at the parish that you have watched this video, and please know of our continued prayers for you. God bless you.